Hey, Brett here. I'm going to show you a couple more stretches that are good for your back in different ways. The first one's called ragdoll. So the setup is you stand. There are a couple of variations I'm going to show you. You're standing, and ultimately, this is what it looks like. Eventually, you sort of bend over and hang. But this can take a long time to get to because if you're tight from sitting, this is going to take a while for you to be able to do. So you might do something like this until you can go down and down and down. Might also use a wall. So get your butt on the wall and work your way down. But to get into this pose, I'm just sure those are variations to get into your pose. The first thing is bend your legs. I want to get my chest and my stomach onto my knees. If I have to bend a lot, I'll do that as close as you can. And then slowly over time, extend, extend, extend. And eventually maybe grab your elbows and just relax into it. Now, what this is doing, it's a couple things. It is stretching your legs, but when you keep your knees bent, that de-emphasizes that and emphasizes the back. And what you're allowing your back to do is stretch out, extend, and release those muscles. It's going to extend your spine straight out and allow synovial fluid to get into the joints. That's a really good feeling stretch. Now, the next one is a lot more intense. And hello, Penny. Welcome back. So Cheshire or Cheshire, Chesh, and Penny or Penny Sue. How you doing, girlfriend? Hi. Okay, I'm going to do a stretch now. Okay, so this one, lay on your back, feet on the ground. You need room on either side. So this is a good starting position. Okay, there are lots of varieties of this pose, and I'm trying to remember some of them. But I'll start with sort of you do something like you put your right leg over your right knee, you grab your right leg with your right hand, and you pull yourself over. Now that may be all you can do right there. If you need to, slowly over time, you might use pillows to support yourself. And over time, you get lower and lower. And then maybe eventually you can interlock your legs. Penny, you're in the way. Penny, come here. Come on. Come on, sweetheart. Hi, baby. You can interlock your legs and do the same thing. So this is a great pose. Nice stretch of the back. One word of caution: you want to get up to 5 minutes on this pose, but if you once you've gone for 5 minutes, or once you've gone for more than 2 minutes, come out really slowly. My recommendation is release your feet like that, and then maybe drop the legs so you can just slowly roll back. Because when you really stretch these muscles, if you come back fast, it can hurt a lot. But if you come out slow, no problem. So those are two really good stretches for your back. Again, if you want to stretch your front, we talked about this last night, and then work your way back, work your way back. And again, here, support yourself. I don't want to have to lean back. I can use something like this to sort of help me. Use props. Principle number 5 or 4, I don't remember. It's how it feels, not how it looks. I'm getting a good stretch here, not on this side, but my right side is tighter, so that makes sense. So there's that. And then, of course, we talked about Blaster. Love Blaster's one of my favorite poses. And we'll go ahead and start with this time. Alexa, 5 minute timer. Actually, Alexa, change the timer to 3 minutes. Alexa, cancel timer. Alexa, 3 minute timer. Change the plans. I'm going to use this as a warm up to a different pose instead of doing this for 5 minutes. Hello, Chush. Here. He's a cutie. He's also a pain in the butt sometimes. That's probably cute. No. A little bit on this side. This puts a slightly different pressure on the left side and on the right side, so it just changes the pose a little bit. And again, I'm only doing this for 3 minutes, so I'm just warming up with this one. I mean, this is technically a full stretch, but I normally would do this for 5 minutes if I were doing this as a primary pose, but I'm doing it as a secondary pose. And I have no idea why I'm jabbering so much about it. Alexa, stop. Okay, okay, good. Now, Mr. Chesterford, you, sir, are a nuisance. You're a cute nuisance. Over there. Do this here. Use that bit. There we go. Start here. Ooh, that's a really good stretch on my right side. Ooh. Alexa, 5 minute, 3 minute timer. Right, the props are over there. I need two more props. I need my hair. I'm not sure what you're reading there, buddy. I guess turnabout's fair play. I was doing that to you. You should be able to do it to me. Not when I was sleeping. So I don't suggest doing what I'm doing. Hey, you bit me. What was that? What did I do? I'm sorry. Apologize. You bit me, and then you got something going on with your ear. Where I don't know what's going on, buddy. Actually, no, no, just stop. Stop. I'm done with you. You put your teeth into me. We're done for a bit. Even if it was an accident. Yeah, you can be cute all you want. You're not gonna convince me. Don't worry, I'm gonna pet you some more. Just give me a break. Alexa, stop. Okay, now, next thing I want to do is something I've been meaning to experiment. Need a couple pillows. So, see this and this. I don't need all of this, but all right. Now, I don't want to do this. I'm going to try it against the wall. These two pillows. So, what I noticed was I was sitting in a chair and I was sort of doing a modified. So, I'll often sit in a chair and do this. When I'm watching TV, I'll often do this. Now, when I started, I was up here. Slowly over time, both sides. Again, started here, but if you let it rest, maybe put your arm on it, keep a timer 5 minutes at a time. If you watch TV every night, all of a sudden you're going to find you're going to get a lot looser, and then you go from there to where you can start to do double pigeon. And eventually over time, you can do this on both sides because your hips are getting looser and looser. But one thing is right back here. That's hard to target. And I think I found a way to target it because you take that double pigeon, bring this leg up, and then, oh, let's see. Yeah, that's hitting perfect. I don't need a pillow at all right now. So that's not quite right. So I don't think this is something you can do until you've got a little bit of flexibility to do this. Oh, yikes. Why not? Let's try that. Alexa, 3 minute timer. It's too much. There, that's good. And my foot's sliding because of the sock. Alexa, cancel timer. Yeah, let's see. I'll keep the socks on there. Do this now. Yeah, socks. All right. That's actually worse. Oh well. I'm gonna regret that. Okay, my back's about straight. Got a little bit of a break here. I'd like to get that a little more flat, but that's pretty good. And again, it's hitting. It's a really good stretch. Wow. Alexa, 3 minute timer. There we go. Do this. There we go. So the principles again, and always wet noodle. So I'm trying to be relaxed where I can. I'm I'm not doing really much here. I'm just putting just a little bit of pressure here to keep my leg more horizontal. I'm just trying to keep the pose stable, and I've just got some weight on my just my hands are sort of just adding weights to keep things stable and moving. So wet noodle, keep relaxed where you can. On the previous pose, I was using straight arms to try to keep myself balanced. Locked out arms, actually locking them out. You wouldn't normally do that in a lot of cases, but what I'm doing is I'm locking it out, so I'm using my skeletal structure. But I am not doing stuff like, so for example, I'm not doing a medial or a lateral rotation of my arms. So I'm not engaging my ligaments, but I'm just trying to use my skeletal structure. Now, because if you engage your ligaments, that's yin, sorry, that's yang, and I want to be yin as much as I can. So wet noodle, passive tension over time, passive resistance over time. This is definitely tense, not terribly tense. 3 minutes in this case, 2 to 5 minutes. 2 minutes is about what it takes to get your parasympathetic nervous system sort of engaged and calmed down. 5 minutes back beyond that, unless you're doing some deep work, which I've been doing with the splits. Uh, More than 5 minutes is generally law of diminishing returns. However, when I'm doing the splits, um, it's too much to not take that long. I really take a lot of time to slowly get into that one. That's a special case. But that's also not basic range of motion, so it's sort of outside the realm of science of stretching. The next thing is breathe to relax, which I'm not doing that right now because I'm talking. However, the thing I got around my neck is stimulating my sympathetic nervous system. And by doing so, actually, it's stimulating my vagus nerve, which is the sympathetic nervous system, like main driving unit. Numbers 4 and 5, these are not official principles, but I still keep them as principles. It's not how it looks, it's how it feels. Don't care what this looks like. I'm getting a really good stretch in a very specific place in my hips that are tight. It's perfect. It's really good. I'm gonna try something now. There. Now I've got myself sort of locked in against the wall just to sort of straighten myself out. Alexa, stop. And then the final thing, it's how it feels, not how it looks. And sorry, you got to go from where you're at. So now what I just did was I really got a nice stretch, specifically exactly here. I want to get a little further back because that's where the stretch, that where the splits need it, but that's coming up anyway. All right, Mr. Chesh, I'm going to slide over here a little bit, and I will pet you again. Okay, there. And this is my tighter side, so let's see. Now, what you're seeing me do is you're seeing me practice a pose that I don't ever do or I've never done. And so I've got to, excuse me, I got to figure out how I want to get it set up. Since that worked during the last one, I'll get that ready. Get that ready. So how do I want to deal with the sliding issue? I guess I will. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, there you go. This is from when Penny was younger. Okay. So back against the wall. Gonna start somewhat low here. And bring this foot up. Oh, maybe a little bit. Yikes. Oh, that's much tighter. Okay, stay put. Ah. Now, asymmetrical pose. I have to do it on both sides. I can hold that better. That's really tight. Alexa, 4 minute timer. I'm going to go for a minute longer on this side because it's so much tighter. Alexa, 4 minute timer. All right, here we go. Ooh, whoa. Okay, that's a little bit much. Just a little bit of weight right there on my right there. Oh, wow, that's a bit much, but it's pretty good. Now that's sliding. Okay. Okay. Okay, get rid of that. Ooh. Oh, actually, that's interesting. Ah, that's too much. Yikes. There we go. There. I'll do that. It's not, that's too much. Okay. These are initial value problems. Once I've done this 3, 4 times, if I end up liking it, then I will figure out how to do it well and fast. But you got to experiment with it. You start with doing what you can, and then you get into sort of the ideal form, whatever that is. You move towards it, and then you start playing with it to see what else it can do. And then you get back to a different ideal. And it's sort of like the cycle through the tarot, starting with the fool, journeying into the unknown. It's gonna work, maybe it won't. Then you finally figure it out, and then you do something else where you have no idea what you're doing. Change is inevitable. So maybe you can direct your adventure a little bit. Oops. Ooh, stop. If you notice me move my arm, I went from an active to a less active version of it using that hand. This is still pretty tight here. I'm semi-locking the elbow again against the wall, and I've got straight arm, so I'm using a lot less effort on the left arm. Oh, Alexa, stop. Wow, that was good. Yeah, I'm gonna do the side splits, but I'm going to go this instead of straight down tonight. Actually, no. So, notice not square, corner makes a difference. Okay, okay, I'm gonna try something here. Trying something here. See if it does anything. Nope, I'm not getting. No, I'm not getting anything. Nothing. Okay, wait a minute. This. This. Wow. And that did hardly any good. You gonna help me, Chesh? Just a minute. You don't, dude. Please don't crowd me. I need the space for a moment. Thank you. You're very cute, but I need space. Okay. Well, that's a good start. Alexa, what time is it? As always, my right side is tight, right? Oh, right here. But that warming up I did allow me to work on my hips in a good way before going to the stretch. Crazy idea. No, shush. No, no. Josh, please stop, okay? Please. Now, I have no idea how long that's been, but I want to go a little bit deeper this way. I had a crazy idea that I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can get up on this pillow. Why not try? Wait a minute. Okay, this is crazy. Oh, guess not so crazy. It doesn't give me any support. Let's just do this. Hmm, I don't think I did anything. That definitely didn't help. Yeah, I'm gonna call that. That's more than enough. Hmm, hmm. Try and do that pose. Not gonna do that pose. Not gonna do that pose. Oh, That was really good. All right. Have a good night.